hi and welcome back to episode 11 of Daily Breakthrough. And how are you going? I trust that you're enjoying these videos so far, and I love coming out to you every day with something new and something interesting, something helpful. We've had such amazing feedback. In fact, I bumped into a good friend of mine yesterday just while I was out and about buying a wedding anniversary present for my wife, 19 years yesterday. And he said that he's subscribed, but he hasn't got around to watching all the videos yet. And I just wonder where you're at. It's okay if you haven't watched them all, but which is your favorite so far? What have you enjoyed? What have you liked? What have you found useful? But more importantly, what have you implemented? So if you haven't subscribed yet, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'd love to hear from you and find out what you're interested in and what you'd perhaps like to hear from me next. But today, we're going to talk about just something that I think is so important. It's this book here. It's called the EMyth, and it's by Michael Gerber. Now, you know, I meet a whole bunch of very interesting people in my life. I travel a fair bit for my work, and I see business people locally and perhaps, you know, all the way around the country. And there's a common question or a common series of questions that I ask. You know, of course, I always ask for the marketing plan, and quite often I ask for the cultural position of the company, and I ask for, you know, the ideal client and client avatars and things like that. But one question that I ask when I sit down for a cup of coffee with the business owner, regardless of the size of the business, is, have you read The EMyth by Michael Gerber? And you wouldn't probably be surprised to hear that not very many people have read the book. But for those that have read it, perhaps not everybody that's read it implements it. And only probably 1 in 20, 1 in 25 people are like, yeah, the EMyth. Totally implement all of that. It's really, really great. Fully understand it, fully implement it. So I want to talk to you about this book today, and just 3 things that Michael Gerber teaches in, or one thing that he splits into 3. And this may resonate for you. Certainly resonated for my pastor when I spoke to him last week. He used to have a business as an auto electrician, and he was like, yeah, I think that was me when I was in business, of what I'm about to talk to you in this book. So what Gerber says is that most new business owners who have gone to start a business have been very, very good technicians. In fact, let me rewind just a little bit. He says that within every business owner, there are 3 people that exist. There is the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. Now, the technician is a person that's very, very good at their job. They're highly skilled, highly motivated to do their job. They're really good at it. I used to be one of those people as well. When I was a hairdresser, I was a great technician. I was a very, very good ladies hairdresser. So I had, the same as what is described in this book, what Michael Gerber says is an entrepreneurial seizure. And what that means is that you're the one doing all the work. You're cutting the hair, using the spanners to tighten the bolts. You're highly skilled as an auto electrician, you're highly skilled as a photographer, you're highly skilled at whatever, but you're working for the man, right? You're working for a boss. Now, my boss back then wasn't driving around in a Mercedes-Benz or anything like that. In fact, he's very humble. He's still a very humble man. Barry, if you're watching, hello. And a thing I loved about Barry is that he didn't sort of flash the money in front of us. But, you know, I was 20, I didn't have very much, and he had a nice house, and he had a pool, and, you know, and he had what seemed to be a whole bunch of stuff. And then he sold that business, and he sold it to some people who were millionaires, and I looked at what they had, and I looked at their business, and I thought to myself, well, you know what, I could do it for myself. And so Gaynor, my wife, and I, we went and gave it a crack on our own, and, well, let's just say we're not hairdressing anymore. So I meet people like this every day. Motorcycle mechanics and all sorts of people who have been very, very good at their job. So they go out and they start a business. Let's look at hairdressers for a moment. And I've seen this so many times. You know, I worked for L'Oreal for 11 years. And I saw salon after salon after salon open and then close, and open and then close. And why that was is simply because of what it says in this book. Is that those really great technicians had an entrepreneurial seizure, but they weren't great managers. And what that meant was that they didn't know how to put systems, policies, procedures, organizational structure, marketing plans, sales plans, and all those sorts of things, tax. They didn't know how to do all of that stuff. But they did know how to do the task very well. So if you're one of these people in business that just knows how to do the task very well, I honor you, I respect you, but it's just not enough. It's not enough for you to be a successful business, and certainly not to be a stress-free business owner. But then what happens? The technician gets so involved in the business, so lost, so confused, and in a lot of times hurt, desperate, feeling broke, feeling like there's no way out. So what do? You work harder. You do more technician stuff. You do more technical stuff. You do more hands-on stuff. And this is where the saying, working in the business and not on the business, comes from. Because it's not that you don't want to work on the business. Your version of working on the business is to work harder in the business, but it's just going to get to a point where you can't do that sustainably anymore. There won't be enough hours in the day. There won't be enough of you, and you'll just hit your threshold. You'll hit your point. And that's why I teach business breakthrough, okay? So business breakthrough is about understanding that you have reached that point of saturation in your role as a technician in your business. You perhaps aren't very strong as an entrepreneur just yet, and there are perhaps some management skills that you need to learn as well. So never think that when a business coach is approaching you, that they, we, me, or anyone is denying your skill as a technician. You are a very, very good technician. You're incredibly good at what you do. You've just hit the threshold of what you can possibly achieve in your business, and the growth potential has disappeared. So what do you need to do? You need to set up systems, policies, procedures, organizational structures, and so on. So why? So that you can gradually replace yourself within the business from doing the things that you hate, or doing the things that you're not good at, or doing the things that you're not technically gifted at. You are very good at, insert your skill here, but you're perhaps not a good bookkeeper, and maybe it just takes up a lot of time and energy and effort and emotion. Maybe you're very good at being a bookkeeper because you are a bookkeeper, but you're not very good at marketing or sales, all those sort of things. So what should you do? Realistically, you should look at how to replace yourself in those parts of the business. And to do that, sometimes you might need some help from somebody like me, or somebody that does what I do. So business coaches don't come into your business and tell you all the things that are wrong and make you feel bad. We give you all of the tools that you need from an outside perspective, because we're not really caught up in the technical side of it and the doing, because I'm not an expert on what you do, but I am an expert in helping you to understand how to get some more freedom in your life from implementing some systems, policies, and procedures, putting some more organization around your business, and helping you to have some space where you can let go and be more of the technician that you enjoy being, and there's less pressure on you having to be this entrepreneur that you know that perhaps you're not naturally gifted at just yet, but you could learn. So this book, The EMyth by Michael Gerber, is available in all good bookstores and on Amazon and a whole bunch of other places. Why don't you go ahead and grab yourself a copy? The version that I like the best is called The EMyth Revisited. And for a small business owner who you are the people that I work with, and you're the people that hopefully I'm talking to and are tuning into this, it will be the best version for you. There's a whole bunch of different versions of this book, but that's the one that I'd like for you to get today. So have you found today's video helpful for you and useful? I hope you have. Why don't you go ahead and comment below? And as I've indicated, there will be some giveaways on my channel in the next week or so. I just got the message on my watch this morning that the parcel I've ordered has been dispatched, I should say, on its way to me. So next week's series will be when the free giveaways start, and we've got some pretty cool stuff to give away. I'm looking forward to that. For now, subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you tomorrow on Daily Breakthrough.